In today's video, I meet up with my friends Scott and Maddie from the YouTube channel Touchdown Money Travel. They give me a tour of their apartment in the Ekkamai neighborhood in Bangkok. We stop by some of their regular spots in their neighborhood, and we talk about their experience living in Bangkok, Thailand.
So right now we're outside a Gateway Mall in Ekkamai. As you can see, it's pretty big. It has like 5 levels. And right over to my left is the BTS station, Ekkamai, and it's actually connected, so there's a walkway, so if it's raining, you don't have to walk through the rain to get there. In front of me here is Sukhumvit Road, which if you cross it and walk a few minutes down, you'll get to our condo.
So we order groceries from lots of different supermarkets, but this is our local one that's less than a 5-minute walk, so let's check it out. Yeah, all sorts of prepared food. We cook at home just for health, but some of these are pretty healthy and some aren't. It's hard to resist when all your meals are made for you with no dishes. And we got sushi options. So all this stuff is so much cheaper than what we're used to back in the US.
Okay, so right outside of our grocery store, Max Value, there's a little pharmacy here. The pharmacists do speak English, which is really handy. What's amazing about the pharmacies here in Thailand is that you can get prescriptions like high blood pressure medication or cholesterol ones, which are popular in the US. You can get them without a prescription here at the pharmacy, you just have to ask. So usually it's a generic form, so you have to be okay with that. Some pharmacies you can also get antibiotics. So if you know what you need, they usually have someone on staff that can help you or point you in the right direction.
So what are we looking at, Scott?
So I take a lot of protein powder. So this brand, and I think there's maybe all of these brands, the price isn't necessarily better than the US, but the quality is way better. It was really shocking because usually after I have a protein shake that I make at home in America, get really bloated and just feel awful. And then I tried this expecting the same, not even close. So Maddie says there's not like the palm oils in there. I guess check the ingredients. So it's much higher quality for the same price. Yeah, this has been amazing. So it's kind of an example of the quality of food or food ingredients you can get if you know what you're looking for.
We're here on the 4th floor. It's the food lounge, and they have tons of little vendors around. This is where we like to get our favorite smoothies. So you can get a fresh fruit smoothie with no sugar added for about $1.50. It's a great deal. Maybe like $1.75. And then you can also get a meal for about $2.25 per person, which we really love. So we also like that it's air conditioned. We come here probably once or twice a week now, and you just pick which one of the cups, and sometimes it's different. Today, I'd like to do this one. It's mixed berries with banana. Some of these have some like fruit syrup in them, some of them don't, and then they can add sugar based on what you like. I think she knows us by now with the no sugar, because we do this pretty frequently. And we usually try a different stall each time, but at this place, you can see the different meals, and they all have pictures, which is really nice. And they usually have it in English as well, and then it'll say the different prices. So this is 65 baht, and you get a protein, you get rice, eggs, a little bit of veggies, and they make it to order, so it's all made fresh, which we love. Even though it doesn't look busy right now, they always make it fresh, so we really love that.
Yeah, it's nice, 60 baht, so that's about $2. Where are we doing?
So we're here at the Lofts Ekkamai, which is our condo building. We've been here about a month, and we found this place on Facebook. So we're paying 31,000 baht per month, and that's for a short-term lease. A 2-month lease is what we were able to get it for. I think we could get it cheaper, definitely cheaper if it was a longer year lease. 31,000 came out to about 975 at the time with the conversion rate. Yeah, so I think we could get it down to like 700 a month. So right now, here's the lobby.
I've actually stayed here.
Welcome to our apartment. So this is 45 square meters. It's a 1-bedroom, and the bathroom is upstairs, which initially we didn't think that we'd like a duplex, but it makes it feel a lot bigger, especially with the floor-to-ceiling windows. And in the morning, you get a ton of light. We're right next door to the hospital, which you'd think there would be like a lot of ambulances or something, but there's really not. It's been really quiet, and we like it. Yeah, it came furnished. We only had to get some things like hand towels and a few dishes. But other than that, all the furniture that you see here came with the unit. And that's on the short 2-month lease. So it's plenty of space for us. We both work from home. We're very comfortable here. And it has a ton of storage, which we liked. Like the couch lifts up and there's storage under there. There's all these cabinets. A huge reason why we picked it was the location and that you can hop on the BTS. It's a 5-minute walk to the BTS. And then you can get anywhere in the city really from there. So we really like it. We can go upstairs. So we have a nice king size bed because we're tall, so our feet don't hang off at night.
And tell me again the price.
31,000 baht. And that includes water. It does not include electricity or Wi-Fi. We had to pay for that separately. We haven't paid the electricity yet. We should be paying that probably in the next week. Our agent said it should be about $60 US. We do run the AC quite often, being from the US, so it might be a little bit more, but we're expecting it to be under $100. And then the internet was 599 baht per month, and we paid both months up front, so I think it was about $20 each month. And it's very fast Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think it's like double the speed of our Wi-Fi back in the US, but half the price. I think it's like 500 megabits per second.
Okay, where are we at now?
So now we're on the rooftop of our building, which is where all the amenities are located. And we'll show you here, it's golden hour, which is the best time to come out.
Oh, look at that view.
So if you look to the right, you get the sunset over the river, but I'm not sure which river. But a big selling point for this condo for us was the green space, because, you know, we really enjoy that like tranquil green space when you're in the middle of a big city. It's really nice. And the pool's beautiful. It's an infinity pool, great views all around. And if we go this way, there's a co-working space, which usually is not busy, and the gym. And we visit the gym every day. And they also have separate men and women's saunas. And what we really like about this rooftop and the amenities too is that there's Wi-Fi throughout, so you can come up here and work on your laptop. And it's all open till about 10 p.m. And they do a really good job maintaining everything.
Have you used the pool much?
Not very much. It's not heated, so it's a little bit chilly for us being from Florida. It's a little bit chilly, but we do use the gym, and we have come up here just to sit in the sun, get some sunshine, and to work a little bit. Right now we're doing what we call country sampling. So we're trying to stay in each country at least a month minimum. It depends on what the visas allow. And then next we're going to Malaysia, and we can stay there for 90 days. But we're really just trying to experience the place, what it would be like to actually live and not just be a tourist. So get into a routine, you know, go to the gym, work. We do work while we're traveling, and kind of explore the area and see if we could see ourselves living there.
Just trying to imagine, like, can we live in this place? What would school be like for kids? Is it safe? How's it like at night? How are the parks? That's one thing we've been happy with in Bangkok that, you know, you never really know till you get here. You get a lot for your money. Just crazy the values you get. And then, so when your living expenses go down, then you can have more money or even free time to explore. There's always something new going on. There's beautiful parks in the area. The BTS is really convenient. That's the train system. So at first I didn't want to get on the train because I'm from New York City. I'm like, oh no, the subway, it's going to be like a whole thing. Nope. It's really convenient. It's really cheap. It's really clean. And so you can really just get around really easily. And if you feel like you want to take a Grab, which is like Uber, also very affordable and very easy.
And they speak a lot of English here, so that transition has been very smooth for us. We've been to like a lot of Spanish-speaking countries, and you really need to speak some Spanish to be able to get by there. Here, almost every sign is in English, and most people, at least in stores or restaurants or, you know, main areas like the BTS station, they all speak English. So that's been really easy. You know, we really thought that Bangkok, you could only get like the cheap meals if you're at a night market or eating from a vendor on the street. And that's not true. You can sit in this beautiful mall like Gateway and be in air conditioning and sit in nice comfortable chairs at tables where they clean up after you. And you can still get a meal for like $2. So that's amazing. We really love the value. In this area in Ekkamai where we're at, there's a bunch of schools here. So if you're considering starting a family, there are international schools here that you can enroll your children in. You do have to pay for them. It's kind of like going to private school in the US, but it's going to be a lot cheaper.
maybe we had some preconceived notions it's going to be that crazy stuff. And yeah, that exists. But there's also, like in this neighborhood, rooftop bars that are really classy and upscale and have nice music and all that kind of stuff.
We've been to a number of cities, and including, like, I'll just give you some countries. So we spent some considerable time in Mexico, Peru, Colombia, Spain, Greece, Italy. And we would rank Bangkok like probably top 3, right up there with Madrid and Lima and Mexico City, just because there's plenty of English. There's a huge expat or foreigner community, so you will be able to find people that are also kind of making that transition as well. You won't be alone. And there's plenty of people that have done it before that you can learn from, like Jim. And, you know, it's just very clean and well connected. Like, there's not too many barriers to get started living here. And, you know, we like it compared to Madrid because it has that community feeling. You can tell that, like, people put family first and people want to be connected to a community, and the social lives, or they really prioritize like having a social life and connecting with other people. People here will smile at you when you're walking down the street. It's not like New York where people avoid eye contact at all costs. So that's just really refreshing. And I think compared to other countries that we've been to, the affordability and the value that you get for your money here. For instance, like healthcare is like 1/8 of the cost for a lot of things. Like if you're getting blood work done, it's so much cheaper. And they give you the prices up front instead of like having to go through insurance. And then even if you call your insurance, they won't tell you the price in the US. I know it's really frustrating right now, but here the healthcare is amazing. And we live right next door to a hospital. And I was looking up that hospital the other day, and the rooms are beautiful. It looks like a hotel. And it's super clean. It has amazing ratings, which is unusual for a hospital. If you ever look up a hospital in the US, they don't have good ratings. It's very hard because people only want to leave complaints. Here, people are taking the time to say how great their experiences were, which I think says a lot. And there are a lot of options. You have private hospitals, you have public hospitals. There are clinics that you can walk into. It's very convenient. So that's what's really jumped out at us with Bangkok, is the affordability and the convenience that you can get just by being in this big city.
Yeah, you can have anything, seems like, delivered at any time. And it's like, yeah, it's really convenient and it's affordable, and a little bit dangerous because you could get carried away with so much delicious food delivered right to your door.
Yeah, we did that.
But it's fantastic.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. Sharing the video and leaving a comment helps support the channel so that I can keep bringing you free videos. You might also like my neighborhood tour videos and cost of living guides here on Living Overseas TV.